Hi guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are back with Person of Interest. So the last episode has shown that the sense that I'm getting from it now is more or less every case, even if they're just individual cases getting involved with now, they're all tying back to Samaritan, just world domination time. So there seems to be no separation from this damn thing anymore. There's going to come a point where Harold, I think, is going to have to accept the reality that if you're going to keep the constraints that you built into it, it's going to be done. It's going to be finished. Especially when we saw the numbers with the little simulation that he ran in the last episode as to how dire things are getting. And Root is pushing. And I can't say as I blame her. Because as things stand, you're losing this war. Right, let's carry on. Episode 6. It's literally like VR. Except slightly more sophisticated.
Mission failure again, sir.
That's what 7,053 times you've tried to get me to murder my friends?
We've received a new number, although the machine retains its whimsical sense of humor. This number belongs to a marriage license. She's an heiress to her father's billion-dollar horse-racing empire.
Oh, that's why.
Will O'Brien, a Boston College grad.
$1 billion.
Will's a public defender.
All these missing persons, where'd you go?
Oh shit, he's starting to make a list.
You can feed Bear while I attend a wedding.
Since when did you start dressing like a middle school science teacher?
I don't, but Uncle Ralph does.
But surely you would not enjoy a wedding.
Even I appreciate a fairy tale ending, Harry.
Have you identified any potential threats to Phoebe?
I didn't have to. Jenna did it all for me. Tequila makes her talk. Phoebe stands to inherit a cool $300 million.
Perhaps Mr. Turner is willing to kill the groom to make sure he doesn't get his hands on the family fortune.
These two gentlemen.
Of course, to show me two rich, balding white men.
They're high-frequency traders. In the last month alone, their actions have put several companies out of business.
More of their kind and rob more innocent people.
They didn't just rob innocent people, Samin. Because these men committed fraud, elderly citizens from Bakersfield to Bangladesh perished because they had no access to cooling systems. Do you still believe white-collar prison is sufficient punishment for them?
You seen these protesters, Finch?
Yes,
Animal rights activists.
I'm glad you're on the groom's side of the family.
My instructions were clear.
It's big
Don Juan was to
business.
get a full week of recovery. Follow my instructions or find another job.
I'm more inclined to think that someone in the Turner family wants to make sure that this wedding doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
I think it's more
Because if it
internal.
does, Will would get half of Phoebe's fortune.
Has to be a misunderstanding.
How do I misunderstand walking in on Will making out with Becca?
Ah,
How did Will explain what happened?
He didn't, because I ran away.
I've been photographing the Turners for 15 years. In my own way, I protect them, even if they never realize I'm here.
I can relate.
Uncle Ralph?
you clearly don't know him very well,
I
do
can't
you?
believe you made it all the way from Dublin. You look
You can
different.
pull off an Irish accent.
Smarter. New glasses?
Should help me see the ceremony. Sounds like a feisty one.
No, that's not Becca. That's why it was so strange. What should I
Oh.
do?
It's not what it appears.
Well, if you love this Phoebe, don't let her get away. Oh, I'm not sure your father will even like it that I'm here. I wouldn't want to upset him further.
Uncle Ralph, he's no longer with us.
What do you and Mama do doing here?
Oh,
To all your mugging victims?
Well, most of my mugging victims don't have a 150-pound killing machine.
He's in charge of construction on the underground tunnels for all 5 boroughs.
This guy's in trouble. Why don't you handle it yourself?
I'm Harry's +1. What if this Howard has something to do with the rise in missing persons?
What do you know about that?
I've tapped into the security system. There are cameras all over the estate.
You still think the dad's the perp and the groom's the Vic?
It certainly seems that way.
Check out Phoebe and Will. Looks like the wedding's still on.
Which means Kent
being
Turner
set
may
up.
need to resort to more desperate measures to keep Will away from the family fortune.
Yeah.
We are gathered here today to celebrate.
Why is no one
marriage
watching
of
him? How's he
Susan
got in?
Turner and Will.
He doesn't have a clear shot to Kent Turner.
Today is a
Be my lawfully wedded wife. Now the second one's gone.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
The one on the left is vice president of a company that manufactures parts for commercial airliners. He has found a way of mass marketing critical equipment at a price far lower than his competitors. Right now, he's about to make a deal to purchase faulty equipment from our corrupt vice president.
But that's acceptable collateral losses and damage, because we all know when a plane goes down, in general, per head, they have to pay out in compensation about $1 million. So, you know, in the long term, it's good business. It's just numbers.
Because of the deal those men are making today.
At least, but how about at most?
7. The death toll will settle at around 2,100, give or take a few infants in arms. Potentially save 2,100 souls. Their number would not even need to come up.
It's not working.
It's by monitoring everybody.
Tried to escape.
It's like Minority Report in effect. It's with what he's just described there. It's as the title says at the beginning, indexing and controlling everyone and knowing every aspect of every person's life, so that you can glean that kind of information from those two guys just sat there having a drink now, knowing what their decisions and choices are going to be that will affect lives further down the line, that will one day could become a number. It's the Minority Report. It's take them out or do something or stop them now for future events that haven't yet happened.
Come on, hey, slow down, will you? Slow down. Just slow down. Hold on. Is it just me, or is our pal Howard waiting for someone?
Yeah, yes. Oh.
Come on.
Which of your companies wants permit 44208?
No, it's not my company.
You already knew.
I want you to tell me why Howard Carpenter's pissed at you.
He saved my boss's life. I don't take that lightly.
He threatened my son. I don't take that lightly.
Howard never received a payment from me. But the odd thing is the company requesting the permit doesn't belong to one of the 5 families.
She had a little too much.
Did you drug her?
It'll wear off in 20
Of course she
minutes.
did.
She gets a nap, we get our photos. Everybody wins.
It doesn't appear that Maggie was able to catch any images of the protesters. Does no one remember that I suffer from stage fright?
Just being modest, Uncle Ralph.
Yeah, I'd need that too. Yeah, I'd be shaking. I'm fine in front of a camera. A live audience? No. Oh, dear God.
You've got the right to choose it, and there ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song.
Look more like former military to me.
Maybe someone's trying to frame the protesters, make it look like they're out to get the Turners.
There we go. What the hell was in there? Dear God!
We're not gonna take it.
Got eyes on the third guy.
No. But the one I did catch isn't going anywhere.
Detective Fusco's just sent information about the Turner trial. Margaret Reynolds, Maggie. Our wedding photographer is a witness for the prosecution.
I told you it would be released suspected
Unfortunately,
as the
so
victim
hitman.
or the perpetrators.
He's dragging her off the grid.
Not for long. Who's after you?
Detective,
Cocoa Puffs wanted me to look into this civil planer by the name of Howard Carpenter.
I take it you have an update?
Yeah, he's missing.
I forgot he calls the Cocoa Puffs.
Seems he was getting his palms greased for pushing through demolition contracts for certain construction companies.
To boost the audio. Wow.
Which of your companies wants permit 44208?
Any luck with those photos?
I'm recovering a deleted photo from her camera's memory now. It was taken the night before Don Juan's big race.
Oh.
That photo shows Kent Turner doping his horse.
That'll be
reasonable speculation.
Mr. Reese?
I've reconstituted the deleted photo from Maggie's camera.
Was Don Juan doped the night before his big victory?
Yes, but it wasn't Kent Turner's doing.
Then who was it?
That would be me. Karen, the picture was a mistake. I deleted it just like you asked.
That was a hell of a shot on the horseback.
Things bore me.
Well, I'm not gonna let you ruin your sister's day. Take Maggie, Rue.
Bitch.
Those men are Chechen militants. They believe the US and Russia have become a bit too cozy for comfort. Running the risk of approximately 207 Russians dead. Consulate employees, along with their visitors, families, children. Move in.
This.
Samaritan is the hero here.
We're whatever people need us to be.
So many memories in this place.
And your sister's wedding.
None of them mine.
Didn't get ruined.
If we keep the machine open, allow her to strategize, to be proactive, autonomous.
Who's to say that with absolute power, we would be able to control ourselves?
It's an honor to meet you, Samin.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Sam.
Body.
Close.
Oh, shit. What?
Crowbar.
We knew she'd be dead.
If this is what you've been warning me about, you need to tell me what we're dealing with now. Demolition. Come on,
What? No!
The field trip was your idea?
Of course. There's a great filter, Samin. A bottleneck. Some scientists claim humanity has moved beyond it, but I am here to tell you that it's not the case.
Unless we entrust our fate to you? You know, you're real good at talking, but you haven't shown me any plans.
Russia would blame the United States for not protecting its citizens and retaliate. One homemade bomb from terrorists would have sparked World War III.
Would have, but it didn't. Because none of this is real.
But it will be if you don't let me protect you from yourselves.
Have you had a change of heart, my dear Samin?
That's very convincing. Shit. Could this show get any better and more unpredictable? Like I said, the lines are getting very blurred here as to... I had a feeling this time the little field trip that we're showing her was yet still another simulation. There is no way in hell that we're going to just let her be outside with him like that. She would have made a run for it. Anyway, putting that to one side, I actually mentioned it before Root did. Being proactive than reactive. And this is the whole argument that they're trying to get over to Samin with Samaritan, that the human race is doomed at its point that it's currently at. And the overpopulation that there is, that you need a super intelligence AI to watch over it all. And we've got our machine losing the war, and Root saying to Harold, as I said earlier, that you're going to have to unchain her. You're going to have to remove the shackles. Could we end up here with some sort of mutual agreement between the two, if this were to happen, that it's done? I don't think we're going to get rid of Samaritan. And we're not going to lose the machine either. I think it's going to be an amalgam of something. I just don't know what, how, why, where. I've no clue. Watch this space. I enjoyed that episode anyway. Putting the main storyline to one side for 1 second. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to pull the Irish accent off, but he did a good enough job. And the little singing bit was a bit tongue-in-cheek. I enjoyed that. And as I mentioned with this wedding thing, because it was a big, a big rich family involved with all of this, it was going to be difficult to try and ascertain who's screwing who over, who's screwing who, and who is being paid off. And none of it worked out the way I expected to do, so I've got a sore throat. Excuse me. I didn't actually see it being the sister, but obviously she's been manipulating things long enough to be able to try to ensure that her sister wasn't the one that got given hold of the reins, and that's how she was going to pursue it. Why do you see this a lot? You'll see old school guy, woman, whichever, in the who are heading towards their retirement age, who've built up an empire or a business, being legit, and when it comes to them passing it on to their heirs or their children, they're the ones who think they can just blur the lines and then just start doing what they want. Father was against doping. She was perfectly acceptable to just carry on that way to continue the family line of staying rich regardless of the consequences, whether it's legal or it's not legal. Why do that? In other words, you don't want to put in the hard work. You want it all gifted to you. You just want it to continue because you don't actually know how to have built what your father built. But it was a thoroughly enjoyable episode either way. Right, I will be back with episode 7 in the new year, because as I'm recording this, it is the day before Christmas Eve. So this will go out in the new year anyway. But for me personally, I'm recording before Christmas now. So this is actually the last episode I will do till the new year. But it won't come out that way for you guys because it gets released in advance. So I will say a belated Happy Christmas and a festive period to all of you, even though you're going to see this afterwards, and I will see you for the next episode very soon. If you want to watch it full length, you know where to go by now. Just check the link in the description and you can head over to Patreon and watch it there. If you're not already subscribed, I would appreciate a quick thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed this, and I will see you for the next one very soon. Take care.